Arrive in the TARDIS. Now I know it's very different on the inside to how it looks on the outside. Can you tell us exactly what is a TARDIS?
A TARDIS is a machine for travelling backwards and forwards in time. It's a time travelling capsule. And this particular one's disguised as a police box from the 1960s, and you'll find out why in the series.
So this is the one from the actual series, isn't it?
This is the one we've been filming with for 8 months.
Yeah, and it's very big inside, isn't it?
Yeah, it's bigger on the inside, much bigger.
You'll find that all out in the series. Now, you mentioned that Doctor Who was an alien. Doctor Who has a human companion called Rose, who is played by Billie Piper. And Billie was supposed to be here today, wasn't she, Chris? But she's not very well, so we do wish Billie all the very best. But I did catch up with Billie during filming on set of the new series. Action. Billie,
hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How
it's
you
lovely
doing?
to see you. I'm good. I tell you what, it's very chaotic around here, isn't it? There's scenes going here, there's scenes there.
I know, and we're just dashing around from one scene to the next.
I haven't got a clue where I am. I don't know about you with your lines and things like that.
I often feel like that.
Now you're playing Rose, aren't you? So tell us a little bit about her and what's her role in it.
Rose is 19 years old, and she's this kind of go-getter, feisty, fun, looking for adventure kind of girl who meets the Doctor and decides to go on some serious travels with him. Falls into one of his adventures, and then they get on famously and kind of pair up and become a tag team, and they kind of educate each other. He kind of opens her eyes and broadens her horizons and shows her what life can be like, and she kind of teaches him about human emotions and morals and basic principles that he has no idea about, and is really not very tactful at all.
So is it quite a challenging role? Do you find it?
Yeah, it's challenging as much as it's very physical, very emotional at times.
Great taste there. Brilliant stuff. And you can see my full behind-the-scenes report later on this summer. Now, Doctor Who first started in 1963, and although it's been off the TV for quite a while, it's famous for its very scary aliens that Doctor Who meets and all of these people that he encounters. He first met the Autons way back in 1970, is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, and the Autons actually make an appearance in the new series, yeah?
The Autons, which are basically plastic dummies that we pass in the street every day if you pass your local store, get animated, and they attack myself and Billie in the first episode. They're what I'm fighting in the first episode.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about the special effects, because it was also quite famous for the special effects, or shall we say the effects?
Yeah, the old programme, perhaps slightly unfairly at times, has got a reputation for having wobbly sets and low production values. But we thought it was very important with things like Buffy the Vampire Slayer that people watch, to bring the special effects up to date and spend some money on it. And we've done that, so the special effects are as good as anything you'll see, we hope. We've certainly tried.
Yeah, the trailer looks amazing. Now, you're the 9th actor to play Doctor Who on the television. A lot of pressure comes with that, obviously, a bit like James Bond or even Blue Peter presenters. Everybody has their favourite. How did you feel about taking on a role like that?
I was very excited, because I've been acting for about 18 years, and I felt ready to do something with that kind of responsibility. And because the stories, which are written by Russell T Davies, the scripts, are so strong, I felt that I had a good chance of pulling it off, because you're only really as good as the stories that are written for you.
Sure. So the scripts were good. Now, I used to be terrified of some of the monsters, literally hiding behind the sofa. Tell us about some of the monsters that you're going to encounter.
Well, we've got one here.
Really?
Right behind. In case you haven't noticed, the face of Bo, who appears in episode 2.
That looks terrifying. What does that do?
The face of Bo all will be revealed. Actually, it's not a villain, the face, but it does recur throughout the series. We meet it within a convention of aliens, a collection of aliens who are there to witness the end of the world.
Great to have it here in the studio. Now, also here in the studio, we have your jacket.
Where'd you get that from?
Well, it was just behind there, actually. You don't mind if I put it on, do you?
Anything else?
No, I don't think
Billie,
so.
Billie behind.
No, she's not. She's definitely at home in bed. She's not well at all. There we are. There. What do you think? It's a little bit. It's a little bit too big for me.
It fits you.
It does. It feels great. Now, all of the Doctor Who's in the past have had sort of a costume side to them, what with the long scarves and the capes and what have you. So why the leather jacket on this one?
Well, it was scripted put into the stories by Russell that he should have a battered leather jacket, which we thought would be good because he's a traveller in time. And it's quite practical as well because it's tough and it's a very physical role. And that seems to be the thing that kind of people have latched onto with my Doctor.
Yeah, no, it's lovely. Now then, in episode 1 of the new series, the Autumn alien intelligence turns plastic into a deadly killing force. And here's the moment where a wheelie bin turns very nasty indeed.
I love that burp.
Nice little burp at the end. Really not a very nice way to go, but there we are. Now, as we said before, it's been famous.
Are you going to take that jacket off?
I hope you're going to keep it. No, I'll put it behind the sofa where I think lots of people.
You can keep it.
I do think lots of people will be hiding behind their sofas at home. So, will it be as scary as the previous Doctor Who's?
I think so. Episode 3, for instance, which has Gelf. The character villains called the Gelth who hide inside the gas pipes were very frightening.
Oh dear. Now in episode 4 we can't let too much away, but I'm actually going to be in that.
Here we go. Here we go.
I am. I do make a brief
Are you scary?
appearance. Well, I would say I'm not that scary. I'm not supposed to be scary, but I would make sure that there's lots of room behind the sofa for that moment.
Doctor Who and Blue Peter, of course, have quite an affinity, don't they? There's a lot in common.
I think Peter Purvis, who was a presenter when I was young, was in Doctor Who, and also Russell T Davies, who wrote the stories, the scripts for the series, once wrote to Blue Peter and suggest that you organised the competition to create an alien for the new series back, I don't know, 25 years ago. And somewhere in the archives, you've got Russell's.
Yeah. And of course, it used to be filmed right here in this very studio.
In this studio? Yeah, it did.
Oh, that is exciting.
You hear all these hilarious stories of people wandering around in the most ridiculous costumes, but there's a few over there, but they're not on Doctor Who.
And of course, you've been filming it since last July. What's the hardest thing about filming Doctor Who?
The hardest thing about filming Doctor Who is the fact that you don't have any life. We do 12 and 14-hour days filming on set, and then because I was playing a lead role, I'd have to go home at night and learn all my lines, so you couldn't really do anything else. It was a great honour and a great privilege, but it does completely take over your life.
Yeah, sure. Now, my favourite monsters are the classic Daleks, who will